Hello and welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. Cancer, it's a deadly word with a cursed past. 8.2 million people worldwide died from the disease in 2012. A PBS documentary, Cancer, the Emperor of All Maladies, takes a look at the history of cancer and where we are today.
With the cost of genetic sequencing plummeting, it may be only a matter of time before doctors can map all the genes and pathways inside every patient's cancer and treat each of them with a personalized combination of drugs.
Joining me now is Dr. Andrew Kung, Chief of Pediatric Hematology, Oncology, and Stem Cell Transplantation at Columbia University Medical Center. Kung also spoke at a panel on the future of cancer from the TV program. Thank you for joining us. Genomic sequencing. That has sort of changed because I guess for a lot of folks or for a lot of tumors, the genetic makeup of the cancer becomes quite unique. Tell me about that.
Sure. It's a pleasure to be with you, Dr. Manny.
Thank you.
Precision medicine is predicated on the concept that we want to be able to give the right drug to the right patient at the right time. And genetic sequencing is really a very empowering technology that allows us to do this.
The way that I understand it, and I have been to a couple of symposiums, you're able to look at cells and try different drugs and look to see if the cancer is eradicated, and then say, aha, that is the medication that is more effective in treating that cancer. Is that how it works?
So the way that sequencing helps us find the right treatment is based on the fact that current technologies allow us to test and identify precisely what went wrong to result in the cancer developing in the individual patient. And the way we do that is to use sequencing. 25 years ago, when the Human Genome Project was first initiated, it took 13 years and $3 billion to sequence the genome of a single individual. We can now do that sequencing in less than a week for a few $1,000s, and that's the technology we're using to test the DNA in cancer as well as normal individuals.
Is there data that things, breakthroughs that are occurring already?
Over the past 15 years, there's been an increasing number of drugs that have been approved that are approved specifically to treat cancers that have specific genetic mutations. And so that impact is already being felt today.
Some of the research that I've seen on stem cell and for instance, in liver cancer, and I don't know if you guys are doing this at Columbia or not, they're sort of re-engineering stem cells and sort of recreating specific organ tissue like liver cells. And they're looking at, again, drug utilization to treat cancer. Is that part of precision medicine also?
I think it could be an extension of precision medicine in the future. Some of the work around tissue engineering,
right.
Taking stem cells from a patient and engineering tissues to put back into that patient. I think we're still in the early days. There's a lot of excitement about that area of study right now. We already take an approach in bone marrow transplant where for certain situations we will take the blood-forming stem cells out of the body, treat the patient with high-dose chemotherapy, for example, and then put those stem cells back in.
Two more questions. One has to do with the different kinds of cancer. If I look at precision medicine protocols, what cancers do you think right now, because I know things will change in the future, are being treated more effectively? What types of cancers?
So the very idea of precision medicine is to move away from a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
And so the precepts of precision medicine would dictate that instead of thinking about disease as coming from a particular organ or looking a certain way under the microscope, that what we should be doing is going into the cancer and figuring out precisely what went wrong and tailoring our therapies to those abnormalities. And so I think precision medicine can be really applied to all cancer types,
right,
and that the answer will be individualized and different for every patient.
Because there are some cancers, for instance, that where you have no drugs that do any effective treatment, so there's a lot of drug resistance to certain types of cancer, but I guess with precision medicine, you're going to be able to maneuver that arena.
So precision medicine will be important not only in telling us what drugs to give, but also what drugs will not work.
You see any challenges coming forward in this precision medicine world that is changing the world of cancer?
I think that the first challenge will be reimbursement. These are tests that are just making the transition out of the laboratory to the clinic. We need to get to the point where we demonstrate the value of these tests so that they are reimbursed.
So cost, at the end of the day, it all comes to dollars and cents.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, thank you so much. I think that this is changing medicine in many ways, and I think that precision medicine is here to stay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you have any health questions, send them here at Fox at drmanny@foxnews.com. Thank you for watching.